I love you guys so much. See you later, alligator. I gave the camera a wink and paused for 2 seconds before ending the recording. Once I was sure the camera was off, I broke down. God, this fucking job was sucking the life out of me. Sure, it started out as fun and games, but then the more subscribers I got, the more trouble I faced. When this all started, I just wanted to make dumb videos with my friends and by myself. I would post them to YouTube and I got a few views. They flew under the radar, but I still kept making them. I thought I was doomed to be the one weirdo who put so much time and effort into creating her videos, only to have them be ignored by everyone. Then, suddenly I got popular. One of my videos was shared by one person, and then by more people, and then even more. Soon, I had more than over 1 million views. I wasn't sure what to do with the fame at first. I had thousands of comments telling me how funny and thought-provoking I was. I was getting more and more subscribers by the minute. My inbox was filled to the brim with messages both telling me how much I was loved and how much just some people wish I would die. The comments ranged from, "I love you so much," to "Go fucking kill yourself, bitch." YouTube contacted me shortly after my big debut and offered to pay me to make videos. It seemed like the opportunity of a lifetime. How often do people get paid for doing dumb shit that makes them happy? I jumped on the offer as soon as I could and quit my stupid job in the service industry. In the beginning, I was brimming with new ideas. I put out 3 videos a week. My friends and my family were always willing to help, and life was good. Sure, I got a lot of hate mail and death threats, but it's the internet. You can't take anything seriously on the internet. But they came every day. I would spend hours scrolling through the comments and reading absolutely vile things that people would say about me. Some people wanted to rape me, others wanted to rape, torture, and murder me. Many described how they would do these things in really graphic detail. I tried to brush them off, but I would always find myself rummaging on the comments when I had time to myself. I grew more famous as the weeks and months passed. 6 months after my breakout, I was the second most popular YouTuber. I was encouraged to make social media accounts, and those quickly too became heavily followed. I used Twitter to post witty things, Facebook to announce new videos, and Instagram to post behind-the-scenes pictures. Tumblr was where I expressed my feelings, but most of those were the feelings of my YouTube persona. The more I made videos, the more I felt like I was slipping away. The girl dancing around in front of the camera was taking over the girl who just liked to make people laugh. In order to keep subscribers, I had to do some of the things that they asked, within reason. The numerous perverts asking me to finger myself on camera were ignored, but I did do every idiotic YouTube fad, but they still wanted more. It was never enough for any of them, and I continued to get death threats. People disagreed with my opinion, death threat. I'm showing the slightest bit of cleavage, death threat. I fucking forgot to edit out a sneeze, death threat. It wasn't long before I became numb to those. They were at least empty. What really started to terrify me were the people who somehow found out my personal information. One night, I woke up at 2 a.m. by a call. I answered thinking the only call I would get at such an hour would be super urgent. Nope. Just some crazy fan who somehow got my cell phone number. I blocked his number, but that proved to be futile. My phone didn't stop vibrating for a solid 4 hours. Someone had posted my number to 4chan, and they were all trying to troll me. But at least with my phone, I could turn it off. 8 months after I became famous, there was a knock at my door. I answered, and I was assaulted by squeals and flashes. A group of fans shoved notebooks and pieces of paper in my face, demanding autographs. I didn't know what else to do, so I signed them and I said a few of my catchphrases. They finally left, and I could go back into my house. Once the door was closed, I fell to the floor and I started to shake. I had no privacy. My life wasn't my own anymore. I couldn't leave my house without being recognized. Every trip I made took twice as long because I stopped every few steps. Most of the time, it was just someone looking to get a picture with me. A few times, people were not so friendly. I was splashed with various liquids, shown numerous penises, and groped more times than I could count. Reporting every incident was impossible. One time, I was just told to accept it because I'm famous. I developed a terrible insomnia. The knowledge that crazy people knew where I lived gnawed at me every time I tried to sleep. They could break in and try to hurt me. I moved a number of times, but people kept finding me. New numbers were useless because I would still receive daily calls and texts, and they were not typically very kind. People would send me photoshopped images of mutilated bodies with my face on them. Some even had images of my friends and family. Nowhere was safe, but I couldn't stop making videos. Every time I tried to take a break, the onslaught came. My sponsors threatened legal action, and YouTube would remind me of my contract. A signed deal with the devil would have been preferable to this. After a little while, I was able to stop crying. I wiped my face with the sleeve of my shirt, and I tried to even my breathing. My head was pounding and my vision was blurred, but I had to reply to at least a few of my messages. I skipped past the obvious trolls and appeased the few people who clearly were longtime fans. A few smiley faces and love yous went a long way. I posted on Facebook and Twitter that I had just finished my latest video and answered a few messages there too. As I was responding to someone on Facebook, my messenger pinged. "I'm coming for you." The person had no profile picture and their name was John Doe. I clicked the X and blocked the sender. My usual response to an unwarranted message. I decided to get a glass of water, and as I was walking away from my desk, I heard another ping. I glanced back and saw that it was from the same person. "I'm in your house." "What the fuck?" I whispered under my breath. I clicked and blocked again and went to the kitchen. Admittedly, I was a little freaked out. No one else was in the house, and it felt so large and imposing now. I turned on every light that I passed and constantly looked behind my back. My hands shakily grabbed a glass and poured water from my pitcher. I splashed water all over the counter and even on my cat who was sleeping on the kitchen rug. "Sorry, Ritzy." She ran off before I could dry her. "Ritz, come on, I said I'm sorry." I tried to follow her, but she ducked under the couch. I reached my arm under it as much as I could, but she easily evaded it. "Whatever, dumb, stupid idiot. See if I care." While I was on the ground reaching for Ritzy, my phone buzzed in my back pocket. I groaned, but I figured I should check it. It was another Facebook message. "I'm right behind you." My heart sank and my blood ran cold. No. Oh God, please, no. A glass in the kitchen broke, but I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. I heard heavy steps behind me, and I was finally able to get up. I ran as far away from the kitchen as I could, hiding under the bed of the guest room. There was other stuff under there, so I wouldn't be clearly visible if someone looked under it. I put my hand over my mouth to stifle my heavy breathing. My phone buzzed again, and I scrambled to turn it off. Before I did, I saw the message. "You're going to be a star forever."